Today we're going over exposure and color correcting your skin tones. What's up guys, my name is Rob Hubbard and this is your midweek video. Today we're going to be jumping into Premiere and kind of showing you a couple tips and tricks to correctly expose your skin, but also getting the right color. So let's hop into Premiere. So let's pull up Premiere. I pulled up a couple clips to kind of demonstrate what's going on here. So let's find a good where I'm not half blinking my eyes. Right there. Okay, let's go right there. So the first thing you want to do, let's go over exposure first. Now, with exposure, if you look at your Lumetri scopes right now, this is what we're looking at right now. This is everything that is lit in your image. So this right here is a little bit hard to read. So what I'm going to do is narrow this because we're trying to get correct exposure on your face. So I'm going to jump over to Effects Control. And I'm going to drop this opacity bar right here. And I'm going to click on this Create 4-Point Polygon Mask. And what that's going to do is it's going to black out everything on the screen here. And if you position it just over your face, so we're going to move these in a little bit and get rid of everything in the background. No! Technical difficulties, and if there's anyone not to lose, it's the key light. Nice, dude, that was good. Chris, a man of many talents. All right, key light's back on. All right, so let's jump back into this. So what I've done is I've dropped that opacity bar right there. I've clicked on the rectangle mask and I've shaped it to my face. Now, what this is going to do is, as you see when I jump over to the Lumetri scopes, it's going to give it a second here. Yeah, so now you see, now we don't have a bunch of kind of like, it's not giving you what the light is getting from the whole image. It's only getting what you're putting inside of this box. So now you can see that this is the light that is hitting our face. Now, common rule is you want to be in the realm of 50 to 70 right here on the side. So we're just above 50. We could possibly maybe bump it up a little bit more. Let's see. Let's go to Lumetri colors and let's see what happens. As you'll see, as I pull this slider, that light will bump up and get closer to that 70. For me, like that's a little bit too much exposed. I like to bring it down a little bit more. Maybe around like the 60. So now that you have that all good to go, you can jump back to Effects Control. You can click on that mask and you can hit Delete. And there you go. You have a perfectly exposed face. Now let's jump into the color. Let's jump into the color of your face. So for the color, you would want to leave that rectangle open. So let's redraw that real quick. Okay, awesome. So now let's jump back over to Lumetri scopes. And now we're going to be looking over here. Now, the way you want to read this is only giving what's on your face. And as you can see, there's a little faint line that's going top left down to bottom right. And what that line designates is skin tone color. So when there's no blood in your body, your skin is naturally gray, which is kind of gross. But for this, this is what skin is supposed to look like when you have when you have blood flow, and that blood just underneath your skin and how that should look. So we want our colors for our face to line up on this line. Now, if I jump over to the basic color correction here over on the right, as you can see, the thing that we want to focus on is the tint. Now, the tint, as you can see, as I slide this towards the green, you'll see my face obviously turn green. But you'll see this right here move closer towards yellow-green. And as I move back towards magenta, this starts to go back towards magenta and red. So if your image is a little bit on one side or the other, you can always use this slider to have that color land directly. So we'll leave it there. So then once you're done with that, you can go to the mask again, get rid of that, and there you go. You have a perfectly color corrected face. So let's jump through that one more time. Here's another example. It's my boy Chris. So we'll drop this mask. Looking good, Chris. Looking real good. That should be good enough. That's enough grab that we should be able to work with. So let's go back over to Lumetri scopes. As you can see, we're definitely underexposed. So this is definitely an underexposed shot. So this is good. So we'll go over to exposure on the right. We'll bump this up to bring this above 50. Let's stay closer to 50 this time. Let's go right there. Let's see what that looks like. That looks better. Let's go over to the color. He's a little... Seems like he's a little on the magenta side. Let's pump some green in there. That seems to fall right in the line. So it's never too much. Like, you never want to... If you're going one way or the other way too much, there's something wrong. Like, you should try to get as close as you can to getting it right in camera. But this is more for minor adjustments in post. If you just want to make sure your exposure was correct, or you want to make sure your skin tones are the right color. If you're sliding these over way left or way right, you should definitely take a look at your colors. You should definitely take a look at your camera settings. But this is just, like I said, for more minor adjustments. So let's go back to effects control. Let's delete that mask, and there we go. We have a final. So I'll show you turned off and turned back on, so you can see it's brightened up a little bit, and we got our skin tones right. Let's go back here. We'll shut this off. And yeah, as you can see, we pumped a little bit more magenta in there. So that will do it, guys, for this video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask us in the comments. If there is anything you want us to cover here on the channel that or something that you would like to see, also let us know down in the comments. We're definitely open to whatever you guys are looking to learn. Other than that, please hit that subscribe button. It always helps us out. We're trying to build a community here. We'd love to have you guys along for the ride, and stay creative.